Welcome to our podcast where we delve into the world of personal development and explore strategies for improving our lives. Today, we are going to discuss 10 lessons from the book Atomic Habits by James Clear and explore each of these lessons with stories and analogies. So, let's get started.
Lesson 1. Start with small habits.
One of the key lessons from Atomic Habits is to start with small habits. James Clear suggests that small, incremental changes can have a big impact over time. For example, let's say you want to start exercising regularly. Instead of committing to an hour-long workout every day, start by doing just 5 minutes of exercises each day. This might seem too easy, but the idea is to build the habit first and then gradually increase the duration and intensity of your exercise. An analogy that might help here is the story of the tortoise and the hare. The hare is fast and confident, but he gets overconfident and takes a nap during the race. Meanwhile, the tortoise keeps plodding along, steadily making progress towards the finish line. In the end, the tortoise wins the race because he was consistent and persistent, even though he was slow. In the same way, building small habits consistently over time can lead to big results.
Lesson 2. Focus on systems, not goals.
James Clear also suggests that we should focus on systems, not goals. This means identifying the habits and behaviors that will lead to success and then making them a regular part of your routine. For example, instead of just setting a goal to lose weight, focus on building a system that supports healthy eating and regular exercise. An analogy that might help here is the story of the chef and the recipe. A chef might have a goal of making a delicious meal, but without a recipe or a plan, that goal might be hard to achieve. By focusing on the recipe or the system, the chef can follow a step by step plan that leads to success. In the same way, by focusing on the habits and systems that lead to success, we achieve our goals more easily.
Lesson 3. Make habits obvious.
Another lesson from Atomic Habits is to make habits obvious. This means creating cues and reminders that make it easy to remember and stick to your habits. For example, if you want to start flossing your teeth every day, leave a reminder note on your bathroom mirror or set a daily reminder on your phone. An analogy that might help here is the story of a treasure map. If you want to find buried treasure, you need a map that shows you where to look. In the same way, creating cues and reminders can help you find the treasure of good habits.
Lesson 4. Make habits attractive.
James Clear also suggests making habits attractive by finding ways to make them enjoyable and rewarding. For example, if you want to start running every day, find a running route that you enjoy or listen to your favorite music while you run. An analogy that might help here is the story of the playground. Kids love playing on the playground because it's fun and enjoyable. In the same way, by making our habits more enjoyable, we are more likely to stick to them.
Lesson 5. Make habits easy.
Another lesson from Atomic Habits is to make habits easy. This means removing as many barriers as possible to make it easy to stick to your habits. For example, if you want to start exercising in the morning, lay out your workout clothes the night before so that you don't have to search for them in the morning. An analogy that might help here is the story of the sailboat. If you want to sail a boat, you need to adjust the sails to catch the wind. In the same way, by making your habits easy, you can catch the wind of momentum and sail towards success.
Lesson 6. Make habits satisfying.
James Clear suggests that we should also make our habits satisfying by finding ways to feel good about the progress we are making. For example, if you want to start eating healthier, track your progress and celebrate each small victory along the way. An analogy that might help here is the story of the video game. In a video game, we get a sense of satisfaction and accomplishment each time we complete a level or earn a reward. In the same way, by tracking our progress and celebrating small wins, we can feel satisfied and motivated to continue making progress towards our goal.
Lesson 7. Use temptation bundling.
Another strategy for building good habits is to use temptation bundling, which means pairing a habit you want to build with something you already enjoy. For example, if you want to read more, only allow yourself to read your favorite book while you are on the treadmill at the gym. An analogy that might help here is the story of the carrot and stick approach. In this approach, we use a reward, which is the carrot, to motivate ourselves to complete a task that we might not enjoy, which is the stick. In the same way, temptation bundling can help us pair a habit we want to build with something enjoyable.
Lesson 8. Use the 2-minute rule.
The 2-minute rule is another powerful strategy for building good habits. The idea is to make it as easy as possible to get started by breaking a habit down into a 2-minute task. For example, if you want to start reading more, commit to reading for just 2 minutes each day. An analogy that might help here is the story of the snowball. When you start with a small snowball and roll it down a hill, it gradually picks up momentum and grows into a much larger snowball. In the same way, by starting with a small habit, the snowball, and gradually building momentum, the hill, we achieve big results.
Lesson 9. Use environment design.
James Clear also suggests using environment design to create an environment that supports your habit. For example, if you want to eat healthier, stock your kitchen with healthy foods and remove unhealthy snacks. An analogy that might help here is the story of the garden. If you want to grow healthy plants, you need to create an environment that supports their growth. In the same way, by designing our environment to support our habits, we can create a fertile ground for success.
Lesson 10. Use identity-based habits.
The final lesson from Atomic Habits is to use identity-based habits, which means adopting habits that align with the person you want to become. For example, if you want to become a writer, commit to writing for 30 minutes every day. An analogy that might help here is the story of the caterpillar and the butterfly. Just as a caterpillar transforms into a butterfly, we too can transform ourselves by adopting habits that align with our desired identity. By acting as the person we want to become, we can make that identity a reality.
And that wraps up our episode on the top 10 lessons from Atomic Habits by James Clear.
We hope you found these stories and analogies helpful in understanding how to build good habits and make lasting changes in your life. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time. Drop a comment on which book you'd like us to read next. Thank you.